You're on the Domino's post-game report. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside
Did you
Hedman's.
say 87 to 75?
Did I say? I don't know what I said. This was a wild one.
87 to 85.
Is 87 to 85.
Yes. Yes.
Ooz's bucket was so big.
It was worth 12 points.
It was worth 12 points.
It was worth 12 points.
It was worth negative 10 points
Yes.
for Wingate. 87-85, 2-point game. Chuck, man, what a contest. The Cardiac kids pull it out again. First true buzzer beater since Nick Brennigan's 3 against Trevecca Nazarene in November of 2021. I think if you had to pick a guy in this roster that was likely to hit a buzzer beater, I don't think Ooze would rank in your top 4, but had the stick-to-itiveness to get it done. Breakdown. A final play that initially led through Josh Butts going to the bucket.
Well, we wanted to get a bigger body type out there. We took Trey out that last defensive possession, knowing that it could potentially put us in a situation with 8 seconds to go where when we got the ball, we could be in a bind. But we thought if we don't get a stop, it doesn't matter. So we went with the defensive approach. We did get a stop. Found Jack. No, is that right? No.
You're thinking the play before the
I'm so discombobulated. Anyway, Jack.
Kendall Taylor makes a bucket to tie it.
To tie it.
With 8 seconds left.
Yes. We get it out. We don't have timeouts, but we want to have a defensive unit out there to make it more difficult. Thought we could get a stop with that. We didn't. Taylor does what Taylor does, makes a shot. We get it out and in to Jack quickly. He comes up, gets the drag ball screen with Butts, rolls, hits Butts. Butts gets a good shot at the rim on it. Yeah. I thought it was going in. But Ooze had positioned himself near the rim and was able to control tip the offensive rebound back in. And if you think about the last 3 possessions, I guess, he had a huge defensive rebound, and they had a huge offensive rebound. So Ooze did not get – he played 3 minutes, and in those 3 minutes left a big imprint on the outcome of the game.
I want to you get discombobulated. I think that's fair because the initial story I thought was going to be Nick Brennigan in a game-winning 3 with about 17 seconds left. This game had a very chaotic finish.
Yeah.
That put you in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
With that triple that Wingate went for a 2 to tie. Break down that play where you did burn your timeouts.
Yeah.
To set up.
Well, that was a play that we work on every day almost, and there were 2 options. Gave Braden the RPO option there. he gets to make the choice. He gets to make the choice. Jack was going towards the basket, and I guess Braden felt like 2 defenders overcommitted to Jack, and then which allowed Nick to get some separation and some clearance at the top. And I mean, before in the timeout, I literally said we have this script of options, and I said we're going to go with this because it gives us a 3 for Nick or a rim attack for Jack. And ultimately, Braden made the right decision, and then Nick Brennigan does what Nick Brennigan does, man. Just steps up and makes big shots.
His late game shot making, here of late has truly been something to behold.
For sure. And you know he deserves it. Nobody works harder, and I mean he's such an example to our team. Look at him down here. Look at him. Kids want to get pictures with big shot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Andrew, come on.
Please, Andrew. Look at this. They want to meet him. Who
wouldn't?
Yeah.
Do they know that he hit 18 threes in a game?
Probably don't know that. Probably need to tell him that too. So, yeah. That's insane. I've never seen that. He's been swarmed by kids. They get excited. Look at him. Well, anyway. But Nick, no shot. Nick does what Nick does, but so many people. Trey was chasing a triple double today with foul trouble. Yeah. In my mind, he gets a triple double if we don't have to sit him for a 10-minute stretch. Yeah. Braden had a really complete game today, man. I'm happy for our guys. This is a really, really tough place to win, and we said all along we need people's best punch to know what kind of jaw we got, and I thought today we showed that we got a pretty strong jaw.
You played without John Zhao. Camden McElhaney gets his second career start. and was critical with his glass work.
Yeah.
Uh, 9 boards, 4 points. What'd you see from Mac?
Well, it was Mac has been in the rotation.
Yeah.
He just hasn't been starting. Um, so between Mac and Tate, Mulkey, they gave us value. Mac probably more of a defensive rebounding element. Tate, a certified proven shot maker in this conference, and so when you insert him in the game, they know what he's capable of. So I thought the two of them and Jack, that was sort of that was the rotation we were looking at. Tate replaces John, and we rotate it. But you mentioned John, like he's one of the best offensive players in this conference, and for him not to play today, I never questioned our capability. I've said all along, like, I know we have guys, we just don't have enough minutes. And so today the minute distribution was changed a bit. Matt got more minutes he's had. Tate got more minutes as he had. And those guys played winning basketball for us. So I'm not surprised. I'm just happy that we ended up having the performance worthy of a road win, despite the adversity we were facing with John being out. That right there's a bad man right there now.
Kendall Taylor, geez,
he's a bad man.
He just walks behind the camera. 26 points after halftime. He held him to 5 in the first half on 2 of 7 shooting, and wondered when he would get going.
Yeah.
I think he scored the first 8 points on Wingate's little 12-0 run that brought the game back into to a back-and-forth seesaw affair. That's his 5th 30-point game this season. He had a double-double to boot. But I guess Kendall Taylor is going to do Kendall Taylor things, just as Charles Clark did Charles Clark things a few years back. Jordan Miller was on another plane of existence for Wingate tonight. 29 points. That's 7 more than his previous career high. He had made 15 threes all season coming in, and he goes 7 of 12 tonight. In his career, he had made 23 threes over the course of a 2-year career. For
our guys honored the agreements and the scout that we made. We wanted to put more pressure on Miller, and he delivered. He delivered in a lot of ways. Made 6 threes the first half, made 1 the second. But he's a capable player, obviously. But we wanted to put more pressure on him to do some things. And I told the guys at halftime, as far as Taylor went, like, I think he did the same thing at our place too. Like, he sort of had a bit of a slow start, but he got cooked in the second half. And I told our guys, like, this guy's going to come out unbelievably aggressive, and Coach Good and his staff are going to allow that guy to work. And we had some thoughts regarding our response to him doing that. And I thought our guys kept the plot. Like, I'm not going to go into great detail on what that was, but our guys know exactly what we were doing with Miller and exactly what we were wanting to do with Taylor. It isn't exactly as it might appear to be.
It was a knowing smile and handshake between you and Brian Good in the handshake line, because I'm presuming what happened last year here in Cuddy Arena, where Donnell Nixon hit a game-winning 3 at the horn for Wingate to win. You returned the favor this year with some serendipity. Am I correct in my assessment of that smile?
I didn't think that, honestly. But I like the fact that you've tied that little narrative to it. I didn't.
I just said yes then.
I've got a lot of respect for Brian, and we've been doing this going head to head now for
long time,
15 years or whatever it is, and got nothing but respect for their program. And I think he and I both knew that, like, somebody was going to win. Both teams probably deserved to win, but something had to give. And there's enough. I think there's enough experience and head-to-head competitive juice over the years that we can both appreciate this performance today from both teams.
You have some news. Some big news.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Some big news. We've been talking throughout this season.
Yeah, yes, we have.
About your impending grandfather status here in a couple months.
Yeah.
And what your name is going to be. And
yes,
I thought it was settled business.
Look, I thought
it was settled business.
We've gone round and round and round about this, and it was much easier naming my own children
than
picking out this grandparent name. I thought we had come to something. Little did I know the harassment I would take from multiple sources about this. Little did I know. But then something magical happened. Magical happened. My son-in-law mentioned that he had sort of thought of this name that he liked for himself one day. And when he told me, I was like, man, he's a very creative guy. Songwriter, musician,
Okay.
highly skilled, and I'm so jealous of him for what he's capable of doing. But when he came up with this name, I thought, man, why didn't I come up with that? Well, I know why I didn't, because I'm just not as creative as John is, right? But I think he could tell, like, the pain that I was feeling because I knew that would not be my name. I was stuck with another name that nobody was really accepting. Yesterday, I guess, I get a text from him saying, "I've been thinking about this, and I want to gift you this name." And I was hesitant to accept it because it's such a great name, and it was his. He coined it, but upon further reflection, I knew my daughter hated the other name, and I knew that he was trying to. He's a great husband, gonna be a great dad, and he's gonna try to make her happy. And I decided that it would be in everybody's best interest for me to accept the name as the gift that it was offered. So I've taken it, and henceforth, this is now
Final decision.
etched in stone.
Final answer.
Obi.
Mm-hmm.
Obi.
Which is
OBIE. OBIE. Which my daughter said this will, from this point, it will sort of be an ode to old Benson.
well, for me.
Yes.
For me, somebody who grew up in the mid-2000s and enjoyed mid-2000s hip-hop, it will be Obi Trice.
You've thrown that out there,
Obi Trice.
and I've tried to do a little research on that. Not familiar with Obi Trice.
It's a deep cut. Deep cut.
But I'm officially I'm throwing it out there. I'm officially committed to Obi. My entire family is excited about this. I got a text again last night and this morning from my daughter saying, "Oh, I love your name. It's perfect."
You know, I was willing when it was Yoda. It was great.
Just think about that. I'm not a Yoda.
Yeah, sure you are. You talk nonsense. Who knows what order the words are going to come out of your mouth? Made perfect sense. Small, green.
One who knows.
One who knows. I was willing to make that comparison to the Star Wars character. You think of Obi, you think of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you could not be further from that in my mind.
Definitely not Obi-Wan. It's Obi.
Just Obi.
It's as a small child, fair-skinned, redhead. I was referenced as O.P.
Okay, yeah.
O.P. So you take the P, flip it on its head. It's now O.B.
Well,
you see that?
That's great. We've probably spent 5 minutes. How long is this recording up to, Andrew? A solid 13 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
5 of which have been talking about your grand.
I can't wait for him to get here. I can't wait for him to get here.
And thus delaying our pizza. Gideon H on Wednesday. How do you build on this one with the Wasps coming to town?
Oh, I mean, we celebrate this long marathon drive home tonight happily. Thank goodness you'll like this. I've come to find out that Mama Bilbray brought young Matt 2 dozen chocolate-covered strawberries.
Wow.
And I already laid down the law that those were going to be enjoyed throughout the bus tonight. This was not just for him. And he said, and I quote, "If you as the head coach lead us to victory, you can have some." I'm going to stand on that commitment.
I know you will.
So we're going to enjoy this ride back tonight, take a day off tomorrow, get back in there Monday, start getting ready for E&H. It's going to be this is three to go, 2 left at home. We can't have a hangover from this at all. We got to turn around and sort of get back to serious business because I think they're a challenge for us. We shot the cover off the ball up there at their place to get a win. They're going to be very, very hungry, and we can't do anything but prepare the right way so we can get a right performance.
Chuck, pleasure as always. We'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Great. Thanks, Kev.
Said men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Domino's postgame report